Breaking news! I'm Sean Bannon, and Rome has just fallen. Rome falling was by the invasion of Germanic tribes and Huns. The contribution factors were the moving of the capital, decline in population due to disease and food storage, distribution of trade, low funds for defense.
Now to Brett, who's in Rome.
Thanks, Sean. I'm down in Rome with General George Daly to talk about the political and military contributing factors. So, George, who moved the capital of Rome?
The guy who moved was Constantine.
Where did Rome's capital get moved to?
Constantine moved the capital of Rome to Constantinople, which later became Byzantium.
When did Constantine move the Roman capital?
He moved the capital in AD 330.
How did Constantine move the capital?
He moved it for better protection for the military, and so he could name it after himself.
Alright, George, I have a new question about the military and their low funds for defense. Who was the leader of the Roman military?
He was a great Roman emperor, so he did whatever he wanted, and he just declared Constantinople was the new capital.
What's the reason for the military to hire mercenaries?
The reason was that the fighters in Rome's military did not want to fight for Rome.
Where were the mercenaries from?
Foreigners, so this means that they were not from Rome at all.
When did the Roman military hire mercenaries?
They started to hire mercenaries in the 3rd century AD.
How did they find the mercenaries?
They found the mercenaries from foreign countries, and they would take less money than the Roman fighters.
Alright, George, I have another question for you. Who was the reason for the decline in population due to disease?
There was not one person who started it. Many people got sick, and there was no cure for it.
What's the disease of Rome falling?
There was a real bad flu going around.
What's this disease found?
It was found all over Rome.
Shortage of food.
There was a shortage of food because everyone being ill, they couldn't work and couldn't get food from trade.
How did it happen?
Change of the seasons, everyone became ill and had a shortage of food because of it.
How did the lack of trade distribution affect Rome?
It affected Rome because no supplies were able to enter or exit Rome.
Is this a struggle for the civilians of Rome?
Yes, it was a large struggle for the civilians to survive without food or supplies.
When did the trade distribution take place?
It took place around AD 331.
During the trade distribution.
I was trying to find supplies for my small amount of fighters.
Why were you finding food and supplies?
I didn't want any people to die, so I tried to help by finding all kinds of stores around the city.
Alright, thank you, General George Daly.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Brent.
Thank you for everything you did.
Yes, you're welcome. Have a nice day.
You too.
This has been a sbeorge News Report. Special thanks to Brett and General George Daly. And don't forget to remember the immediate cause of Rome falling was invasion by Germanic tribes and Huns. See you later.